back, and the spotlight is shining today here on WSJM on Bob Jackson, Libertarian candidate for President of the United States from Coloma. Wanted to talk a little bit about Bob and his credentials and his passions and what's important to him and to the party going forward here into the upcoming election. Economy tops on your list, right, Bob?
Well, I think that is it tops on the list. It's going to be there through the campaign. There again, the driving force of the economy is small business. Everybody knows that small business is the generator of new jobs. And I had the experience of that. I started a business out of a paycheck and in business here locally in Benton Harbor for 25 years. Mm-hmm. And during that time also, I've expanded that out, which is relevant to the campaign, is that I put the enterprise zone into this area. And when we actually got it in place as a libertarian tax-free zone, we don't believe in business taxes, we were able to get 140 new jobs, or businesses, not jobs, businesses in Benton Harbor in less than 3 years. And then we also added 700 new jobs, and those half of those were residents of the city. So I have the ability and know the way in order to create new jobs, which the comparison of that is, what is our government doing now? We get into an economic problem, so they pass money out that they don't have.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already in debt. But if I were president, I'd say, well, let's create the jobs going to the small business area, and I know how to do that. If we did across the country what we did in Benton Harbor, then we could, in fact, replace all the jobs that people are looking for with new jobs. People want the American dream. They're willing to go out and put their money out and start a business and participate in the economy, create their own economy. That's what this country was built on.
Yeah.
That's what I can do.
Yeah. You mentioned in there, if you were president, what's the process from here today to your convention is where and when?
The convention is the end of May. It's out in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And there's about 1,000 delegates from across the country that will elect or nominate their candidate for the presidency. And right now there's about 15 candidates, of which they've ranked them out by their various backgrounds. I'm in the top 4. I'm actually third. And when I compare myself with the other 3 that are in my category, they don't have the breadth of background that I have in business and government and all the other aspects.
So you actually make your pitch to be the guy at the convention?
Yes, yes. And at this point, from the background standpoint, I've been out to several of the conventions and leaderships, is that I actually have a better program and background than any of the candidates in the Libertarian Party. And since there's only 1,000 delegates, we all know who they are, mm-hmm. the ability to be able to lobby those particular delegates, it's a very, very probable that I will get that nomination.
That'd be pretty exciting.
Oh, I think so.
Family geeked about that?
Oh, yeah. They think it'd be kind of nice. They're already trying to figure out how to paint the Washington, the White House, and how much rent we're going to charge for the Lincoln Room and so forth.
I know you wanted to talk a little bit about energy policy before we have to wrap up here shortly. Well, and when we've talked about this on the air here as well, I don't understand how we as a nation cannot have any kind of a comprehensive energy policy. It is so critical to everything that we do in this country. What are your thoughts on where we're at and where we need to be as far as an energy policy?
The energy problem is going to be a long-term solution, and politicians only talk 2 or 4 years out. They never plan anything beyond that, so you get what you get. Also, the focus is that America is actually going to be able to do something, and you hear the Al Gore and so forth. Well, 80% of the energy used in this world is not in the United States. Mm-hmm. We couldn't control the current use of fossil fuels if we wanted to. And you have China right now building 2,000 coal plants and 40 new nuclear reactors to take care of their energy. And we have no control over that. So what we need is a comprehensive energy program that replaces fossil fuel the good old American way, something more plentiful, less expensive, so we can build a standard of living. That's what my program is. So we make use of some of the alternate fuels in the interim, but on a 20-year...
It's about weaning us off of fossil fuels?
Yes.
Okay.
And the real one is
it's not about more strip mining out west or drilling in the Arctic and that sort of thing.
No, because they're just, that's not going to allow us to increase our standard of living. But if you take 2 little hydrogen atoms and ram them together and make helium out of them, it's totally pollution-free. It's like the sun does. And if we can harness that, and I'm an engineer, I know the technology to do that, and I know how to get it done. Mm-hmm. So if we can harness that on a long-term basis, that will give us a higher standard of living through inexpensive, less costly energy.
And you don't think it's all about corn, huh?
Oh, corn's ridiculous. It takes 1.2 gallons of gas to make 1 gallon of ethanol. Jack Daniels would be richer than Bill Gates. Appalachia would be the Saudi Arabia of the West. And to attack the food supply is political stupidity. But then again, nobody said Washington was politically astute.
Thank you. We got to take one final break here. Come back with a quick how to help Bob Jackson get to where he needs to be in the spotlight next on WSJM. Back in the spotlight on WSJM, AM 1400 and FM 94.9. The spotlight shining on Bob Jackson, Libertarian candidate for president from Coloma. Bob, I wish we had a lot more time to talk. This is fascinating stuff, but we don't. So let's get some basics out on how people can get in touch with you, find out a little bit more about you and your candidacy and the party in general.
Best thing is on the webpage. It's www.bobjackson.org. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
And that will, all the issues we couldn't cover today will be in there. And also the Libertarian Party is lp.org.
lp.org.
And BobJackson.
BobJackson.org.
And that'll give you all the details and everything you need to know for successful government.
And we will find out May what? If you're going to be...
May 22nd was the convention, so by the end of May, I expect to be the nominee.
It's going to be pretty exciting stuff, Bob.
Oh, I always have exciting times.
Well, good luck to you, sir, and thanks for coming in. 11:30, we got to go.